Hey guys, how's it going? So today we are going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called PlanBTerraform. It is a city builder, city sim type game with some sort of a terraforming mechanic thrown in. The game is $10 or €10, depending on your original equivalent, even though I have to say the regional pricing of the game is actually quite bad in a couple of different regions. I've noticed that unfortunately the regional pricing is not good on this game. So yeah, it costs $10 or €10 or whatever, but there are actually quite a few third world countries, Brazil and India and my own country, South Africa, places like that, where the game is actually a little bit too expensive. So I hope the developer realizes that and fixes that. The game is developed by a single developer, so it's a solo developer behind the game, which is pretty impressive. The developer actually made another game called Dig or Die, which I actually really like. I've played a bit of the game and it's actually a really good game, Dig or Die. So we will see today if this game, which is the second game that the solo developer has done, can be as good as Dig or Die. To be honest, if it's just even as close to Dig or Die, as good as Dig or Die was, then I would be really impressed, because Dig or Die is really good. So yeah, as always with all of my first impression review videos, if you're watching the VOD on Twitch or on YouTube, you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video, where I will give you my final opinion on the game. Otherwise than that, you can just stay tuned and I will be giving you my running commentary and my opinion on what is good and bad about the game as I play through the game. And yeah, by the end of the video today, I will hopefully be able to tell you guys if the game is worth €10 in my opinion. Even though €10 is not a huge amount to ask for these types of games, if you compare it to other similar games like City Skylines or anything like that that costs upwards of $40, then this game really doesn't need to be, honestly, even anywhere close to being as good as City Skylines in order for me to recommend it. So yeah, let's get into the game. Let me just take a drink before I choke myself to death. Okay, so the options are actually pretty good. I've seen way too many games these days that don't even have a functioning full screen mode or a functioning borderless windowed mode or anything like that. And this game, which, like I said, is developed by a single person, actually has both of those. So even though we shouldn't kind of praise the fact that a game just has functioning screen resolution options, it is unfortunately something that a lot of games are missing these days. So unfortunately, we are at the stage where games are so shitty to the point where they don't even have functioning borderless full screen or full screen modes, but fortunately this game does have that. So as you can see, the options, like there's no graphical options even. We are on the graphics tab, but there's no graphical options. So perhaps that is just due to the fact that the game is still in early access, or perhaps the game's graphics is just so quote-unquote bad that you can't really get. You can't turn the badness up or down, but we will see. I from the screenshots, the graphics didn't look too bad, so we will see. I obviously have not played the game yet at all. I've literally just looked at the screenshots, saw that the game looks cool, and yeah, we will see. You have been mandated to manage the resources on the newly discovered planet. You must bring supplies to the cities and manage terraforming projects. Wow, I almost couldn't read that finished. I'm not the fastest English reader on earth, but still, I think the developer needs to increase their time a little bit, or allow you to skip it with left click or something like that. Okay, so this is our starting base. You can pause the time, you can fast forward the time. Okay, they just said something there. Okay, hello, I will be your assistant to help you learn to use the new tools. This just skipped right past, just like the previous thing that I said. The developer really needs to work on the timing and the amount of time that these things stay on your screen, because I didn't even hardly notice that there was text, and then it had already moved on to the next text, so that's obviously not good. First of all, try to move around, yeah, up and down. Now get a more global view. Okay, nice and big planet, it looks big, we will see. First step to extract iron ore. You can use the locate button on the right to help. Locate. Okay, so the iron ore is a copper colored resource, and you can also see from the planet view, you can see the different resources as well. The left and right is a little bit janky, like you just press right just quickly and then the entire planet rotates like a big amount. I would just like to see the rotation be a little bit smoother, because it feels very almost as if it's moving 20 degrees at a time, you know, whereas in my opinion it should move like maybe 5 degrees at a time. Because look at that, I press W just quickly, I'm literally just tapping it, and then the planet is moving that much. Let's quickly count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So you press up or down 11 times. So how much would that be? That's 360 degrees divided by 11, so that's like 30. So each time you press W, it moves the planet by 30 degrees, which in my opinion, it makes it very janky, you know, it makes the movement on the planet feel a little bit janky. So I would just like that 30 degrees per key press to be brought down a lot more, like 5% or 10%. 30% is way too much. This as well, even like here, I press W and then the camera jumps to the left or jumps to the right. I would like to see that being reduced as well. It just makes the game feel a little bit janky, to be honest. It needs to be smooth, very, very smooth. Okay, so where was it? Over here. So is that literally the closest iron ore that we have? From here to there? Yeah, it looks like the closest, so I guess we can go over there. Build one extractor and place it over iron ore. Industry button on the left menu bar. Industry extractor. Do I already have the resources? I'm assuming I already have the resources required. So does it matter where you put it? Or do you need to put it over here where the ore is thickest? Because you can see the ore is not very thick here. I wonder, like, what's the difference? Mineral quantity. Okay, so yeah, there is a difference between the different stuff. Like these resources give a lot more than these at the side. These at the side only give 160, whereas these give 450. It would be nice if the tutorial tells you that. You can build 2 of those. Click on the industry button in the left menu. Deposits. Depots. Okay, build 1 depot and place it on the ground next to the extractor. With iron ore selected as depot. I can't place it next to the extractor, or can I? Can I place it there? Is the range literally that short? Because that feels hilariously short. And what happens to the resources you're placing it on? Do the resources literally disappear? Because that wouldn't be cool if the resources disappear. Okay, it doesn't look like it disappears, so that's good, hopefully. Because I hate it when you place a building and the resources disappear. Iron ore must be melted into steel bars in a factory. Build 1 factory and place it on the ground next to the depot, with steel bars selected as the recipe production. Let me just see where's the ore the least. I guess over there. Factory. Production limit. Yeah, that doesn't matter too much. Build a new depot to store the steel bars produced by this factory. Build 1 depot and place it on the ground next to the factory, with steel bars selected as the depot stock item. Okay, so you have to click on there. Okay, I didn't even select that. Oh, okay, so you can select stuff. So, okay, iron bar, or iron ore at least. And then, let me just see here. That's fine, you don't get much of a choice. And then steel bar. So it kind of creates a chain thing, you know, almost like Satisfactory. I actually, like 2 or 3 days ago, played a shitload of Satisfactory, so this is actually very convenient. Finally, you can build an assembly plant that will use the steel bars to build new extractors. Assembly plant. Build 1 assembly plant and place it on the ground next to the depot, with extractors selected as the recipe production item. Oh, okay, so you have a limited amount of each. So you can see there ×4, ×2, ×1, ×4. I didn't even notice that. You can find more help in the help screen, bottom left. Help screen. Button, top left. Okay, I do not like these types of tutorials, so I hope the game doesn't actually use that. I like these types of tutorials that actually tell you what you're supposed to do. You are now able to create various structures. You can follow the level objective. Click on the progress bar at the top of the screen to continue your journey. Progress bar, what is it? This one? Okay, so we are on level 1. Build 10 extractors and place them on the ground. Okay, build 10 extractors. Okay, so now we need to unpause the time, probably. So I wonder what the flow rate and all of that is, because something like Satisfactory, for instance, has a flow rate. So now if you build too many extractors, then the depot will basically overflow with iron ore, and that will mean the factory will have too much iron ore, because the factory can just create the iron bars at a certain speed, and that will mean you will have too much iron ore, and your assembly line will be inefficient basically. But so far it seems like honestly the 4 extractors can't even keep up with the speed of the factory, which is actually good. That's actually a good thing, because a lot of games will allow you basically in Satisfactory you really can't have 4 extractors on one smelter. It's basically one smelter, one extractor in Satisfactory. So for each extractor that you build in Satisfactory, you need a smelter. And in fact, even then, the extractor extracts way too much ore for the smelter to deal with. So you're having 4 extractors, and the factory still is actually asking for more ore. That's actually good. I like that. You definitely want more extractor buildings than factories. You know, you don't want it like Satisfactory, where you need 1 extractor and 1 factory. Because for instance in Satisfactory, the smelters and the assembly buildings take a shitload of electricity. So you just have way too much electricity demand in Satisfactory, whereas the developers made it so that the smelter building and the assembly buildings can deal with a lot more ore, then the game would be a lot more balanced, like this game is. So I already like this, to be honest. And it seems this building also is creating the extractors much quicker than what the steel bars are coming in. So that's good. So I can actually build more extractors, and my entire assembly line will still be able to cope. So we can actually do that. Maybe I wonder if you can chain the buildings. So something like this, I wonder will it chain it or will it not chain it? I mean, I could do something like this as well, maybe. I'm not too sure how it will work. If you place a depot over here, will the depot still provide the ore to this building, or what is the scenario? I would like to place a conveyor belt of some sort here, but I don't. These are the only buildings that I can build right now, so I don't have a conveyor belt functionality right now or anything like that. Okay, well, I need to place 10 extractors, so I guess I'm gonna set up another system like this. I'm just checking where the ore is the most. Can't I? Mineral view. I would like it if there were an overview system. What's this? Just like a thing to show you where the ore is the thickest, you know? Because clicking on each and every one of these individually is a little bit irritating, I have to be honest. Okay, but it doesn't matter too much, I guess. So we're gonna take a one of these iron ore, 1, 2. We can actually probably place another one there. Okay, we level up. And then what was this one? This was the factory. Steel bars. And then we need a depot over here. For steel bars. And then we need a an assembly over here. So you can make assembly plants. Oh no, wait, we need mechanical parts. Okay, wait, what did I click on now? Okay, you can make depots, that's fine. And then we can set up another one over here. Iron ore. And a bunch of extractors. And then a factory, and you can make the, what do you call it? The mechanical parts. Why is that one not connected? Oh, steel bar. Okay, so this one requires steel bar. But how the hell will that work? Okay, so does that mean I need to put this one over there basically? Because this one is making steel bars. So then I need to place this one on that depot basically. Okay, what happens if I destroy something? Will I get the return or not? Because it would suck if I don't get the return. So let's test it. Did I get the return? I didn't even notice. Let's see. Okay, you do get the return, so that's moderately good. So basically we need to put the factory over here. And then it will create the steel parts. Okay, after it has created this last depot, I will deconstruct this place because it's now basically just taking all of my steel bars, whereas I need it to create the mechanical parts instead, actually. Okay, there we go. Now it can create the steel parts, and then we can put the assembly plant over here, and you can create factories. Does it need to be connected to a thing? Okay, I guess that works. So you can't just send the mechanical parts or anything directly to the next building. you have to have the depot as an intermediary, which I'm not a fan of. In Satisfactory, you don't need to do that. In Satisfactory, you can simply connect one production facility to another production facility. You don't need storage in between. Okay, we are level 3. Okay, so now I've got 2 supply chains providing this one assembly plant with mechanical parts. I hope that's fine, even though I see the mechanical parts stacking up a little bit. But it shouldn't be too bad, because to create one factory, it takes 3 mechanical parts, so that should be fine, more or less. Otherwise the mechanical parts will just stack up year and year, which isn't the end of the world. Okay, so I'd like to point out that the tutorial has seemingly vamoosed. Like, where's the tutorial? Are we just done with the tutorial? Like, the tutorial guided me up until like year, and now the tutorial is just gone with the wind. So I guess it's free to play now. Like, you can just do what the hell ever you want, I guess. Yeah, you can see the parts stacking up there. I also need another one of these production lines to create an assembly plant. So after this one is done with this factory, I'm gonna tell it to create assembly plants instead. There we go. Now it will create assembly plants. There's also something I want to check. So there's 3 mechanical parts in there right now. I want to see what happens with those resources when I change. Okay, so there's 3 parts right there. Let's switch to a factory, and they literally disappear. Okay, now it has 3 again. Let's change to the assembly plant. Boom. And they disappear. Okay, so that's exceptionally bad. That's really, really bad, because every time you change the item that you want to produce, all of your resources that are currently on the storage area over there get sent to the Shadow Realm. So that's really bad. That is hopefully not intended. Hopefully. It's something I will relay to the dev, but it's hopefully not intended, because that's a really big problem. I just lost 9 mechanical parts there by doing that little experiment. I lost 9 mechanical parts. And considering mechanical parts like beginners ore, then they become steel, then the steel becomes mechanical parts, it's a long chain line, assembly line process, and you lose 9 of them just like that. So that's really bad. So anyway, we should probably set up another assembly line to create roads and supply centers and stuff like that. Supply cities with resources. Well, I don't even have a city yet, but we need concrete for that, and then mechanical parts for that. So where do you actually okay, supply center, but that costs concrete. Where do we get concrete? Okay, trucks. So I can create trucks. So let's put a assembly plant here. You can create trucks. Okay, you can't store trucks apparently. Something that can't be stored. So I guess the trucks will just be put out onto the road. Let's have a look. Even though there isn't a road right now. Okay, I don't see a truck anywhere, and I don't even see it over there. I wonder where the truck has gone. Anyway, factory. Let's have a look over here. Concrete, sulfur. Okay, so we need sulfur. Okay, so that makes the concrete, and then we need another depot here to take the concrete, and then we need a assembly plant there, which will use the concrete to either make supply centers or roads. I guess let's do the supply centers, I guess. Then we can make another one here. I need depots. So I could tell this thing to make some depots, but then once again I'm gonna lose resources there. So I guess I don't even have a depot to start production on one of those. So after this I just have to switch to depots quickly. Okay, depots, even though I lose resources there. due to the stupidity of the glitch which sends your resources to the shadow realm. Can't really be helped. Okay, so this thing's producing trucks, but I'm not seeing where the trucks are going, but I'm assuming the trucks will be somewhere. Oh, there are the trucks. Okay. Okay, so how does this work actually? All the supply center in contact with the city. Bring it the resources it requires so the city grows. Where is the city? Is this like this the city? Okay, city. See, all of this, like, you have to figure it out on your own. There's no like the tutorial is just gone with the wind. Okay, and then we need trucks, I guess. Do we just place it on here? No, apparently not. Okay, we need a road. Or can I just place it anywhere? Nope, can't place it anywhere. Okay. So we need to set up road production now. So you take the concrete and then the assembly plant will do the roads. Okay, now I think I've got everything going that we need, like roads and oh, but I actually cancelled my extractor plant, so we need to create another one over here. I'm just thinking, what's this? This is steel bars. So we can actually set up another one over here. This one can make extractors, so we put this over here. Steel... no, wait. Assembly plant. Yes. And then you make extractors. And then we put a factory. Yeah, but that's not gonna work very good because I need to... Well, I can put it over there. And this isn't super efficient, but it's not the end of the world. No, wait, let's just create a new one. That's life. Hi, Wake. How are you? Okay, so we do that there. We put a factory for steel bars. Then we put a depot for steel bars. Then we put an assembly there. And that one will make the extractors. Just like that. So steel bar and iron ore, and that will make the extractors. Okay, good. Then we need to get a road all the way from here to wherever it needs to go. So they say, all the supply center in contact with the city, bring it the resources it requires so the city grows. But what what resources does it require? It doesn't say anything. Okay, so at least you can build a relatively nice long section with the road, even though, is it literally one to one? Yes, it's a literally 1-to-1. Okay, so that's bad. So literally one piece of road is one section, so it's really rough. Like, you need to wait until you have a lot of road. Like, you're gonna need this road production system, like, to absolutely go crazy with the road production. In fact, let's build another assembly plant over here, and he can also do roads, because you can see here the concrete is actually stacking up a little bit, so the single plant is not using the concrete quickly enough. Over here everything is flowing nicely. You can see there's no unnecessary resources being stacked on any of the depots, so that's good. But here I might even need to build a third road plant. We will see. Okay, but now my roads are going nicely. I still really do not understand where to what we should be connecting the... Oh, no, that doesn't work. To what we should be connecting the supply center. I really don't know. Concrete. Oh, okay, concrete. Damn, this tutorial is really bad, because like I have to figure out bloody well everything on my own. So I guess I can just put it here. Okay, I hope it's connected there. I can't really see, there's no road connection being shown, so I'm just gonna assume that it is correct, and then... Oh no, wait. They move, so do you need to click it like this, or what do you need to do? From here? To here, is that... I'm not sure. Let's do that. Truck stops at road stop in order to load unload containers to from a depot. Only one line per stop. Okay. Pick the target transportation line origin. Destination. But I already did that, didn't I? Number of trucks. Let's make it a lot. Okay, so I've got 8 trucks taking cement over there. There's a little bug there, but the road is complete. It's simply a visual bug. I'm sure that will get sorted out as the developer works on the game. Yeah, they're not very fast. Okay, so why are you just stopping there? Why aren't you offloading? Okay, destination. There. Why aren't you offloading? Change the transport line destination. Like, what the hell is going on? You can't click there, it doesn't allow you to select a building. I really do not understand. Why aren't they offloading? Build a supply center in contact with the city. Bring it the resources it requires so the city grows. Okay, I have placed it in contact with the city. It's asking for concrete. That is concrete. So, unless I need to swap the thing, let's see, swap it. But now it's gonna take all of the resources from here to here. You see, now it's offloading all of the resources. So that's definitely not correct. I just have to understand why it's not functioning. Like, I don't know what the issue is. So the origin is there because it's getting the concrete from there, and then the destination see, it's not offloading it. Destination, like, it's not allowing me to click there. You can't click on the actual building. Oh wait, in order to and from depots. Oh, so you need to place a depot. What the hell? Like that? Concrete. Okay, well, that would have been fucking helpful. Once again, the fact that the game's tutorial just buggered off wasted a lot of my time there, and I had to figure out the shit on my own. Okay, well, at least it's solved now. We now understand. Like, I don't like games with bad tutorials because it just frustrates the player, to be honest. A lot of people would have just thought, okay, well, the game is bugged because the trucks aren't offloading the stuff, so let me just refund the game, you know? I haven't played 2 hours of the game yet, let me just refund it. That's what a lot of players would be saying. Okay, so they're collecting all of the concrete and then they bring it over to the city. Okay, so now the city should be growing. Ah, yeah, city is growing. Okay, that's good. Maybe I need more trucks, maybe I need more concrete. I actually probably need more concrete because they are now gonna consume the concrete very quickly. So I should probably get another concrete production line up and running. Okay, so let's change the origin to there. Now they've got a dedicated place to pick up concrete from. Aluminium, carbon, oxygen, atmospheric extractor, landmark tower. Okay. Once again, no tutorial in sight. Yeah, I don't have enough concrete stored right now, so they are getting like, instead of this depot providing the concrete while these two buildings are consuming a little bit of the concrete, now they are literally getting exclusive concrete from 5 extractors. So I should now have a better capability of providing concrete, but I still might have to set up another concrete producer maybe. Atmospheric extractor. Okay, do I need to create an atmospheric extractor? Yes, I do. Okay, but that requires an aluminium bar. Where the hell do I get aluminium? Aluminium ore. Okay, so that means we need to search for aluminium ore. This over here. Yes, aluminium ore. Okay. I don't see... What's this? Fluorite. Okay, I don't have a use for fluorite. That's sulfur. Yeah, so it seems this aluminium over here is probably the closest. What's that? That's nothing. Okay, it's a little bit far away. It's almost twice, well, it's probably more than twice the range of the concrete, but what can we do? There's no aluminium in sight. What's this place? Here's another place. Is this my place as well? How the hell do you have more than one place? Here's another place. Is all of these places mine? Because the game hasn't told me anything about that yet. So maybe I can put up another concrete production over here somewhere. Let's have a look. I also need more factories. I actually probably need to set up a factory production first. So let's use this place. Okay, you make steel bars. And then you make mechanical parts. Okay, so factories require mechanical parts, so we will have to put set one of those up. So what are you gonna create there? Okay, well, we can set this one to create mechanical parts. Oh, no, wait, you need steel bars. Okay, so you do that. Okay, there we go. Now we are creating factories because I have literally 0 factories remaining. And then once that one has gotten started, I should... What did I want to do? There was something I wanted to do. Can't remember now. But we're definitely gonna I think get concrete from here and send it over here so that this city can start growing. We can actually already place a supply center here, and then we can also place a supply center here. I think those are the only 3 cities. I don't know how those cities spawned or what, but like the game isn't telling me anything. So I guess we just have to figure shit out on our own from now on. Okay, so this is basically self-sustaining. This entire thing is self-sustaining, and the city will just grow more and more. But they also need oxygen now. Where the hell do we get oxygen from? Is that fluorite maybe, or what? Where do you get oxygen from? Fluorite. Okay, landmark tower requires concrete. So I do have a lot of roads. I have 400 roads, but I bet you it's going to get sucked up right quick. So let's see, from here we're gonna get concrete, so I can basically do something like this from here to there. Okay, that only consumed like 30, not a whole lot. And then from here to there. So yeah, I probably have a little bit too much roads now because I've connected all of the cities. Well, I mean, I could eventually connect these cities as well, but I don't see why I would want to do that. I don't think it's going to be really necessary. So I don't think that's something I would want to do. So I think I can tell one of these to stop road production and then instead do landmark production. I don't know what the landmark tower is used for, but anyway. Okay, the concrete is now doing very good, so that's good. But now I need oxygen, and I still haven't quite figured out where I get oxygen from. So atmospheric extractor. Oh, that is probably where I'm gonna get it from. And then aluminium, obviously, I get from there. Let me just think quickly. Okay, so we can set up aluminium here. This is a very big patch of aluminium. There's another one over here. Let's do it over here. Okay, I'm assuming the aluminium production will work the same as the others. So we do that. Aluminium ore. Then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we put a factory and we tell that one to create aluminium. Then we put a depot for aluminium bar storage. Then we do a assembly plant? Question mark. But you see, now we come at the stage where we need mechanical parts. So I think you are going to have to connect the cities, basically. So if I want that, yeah, I'm gonna have to bring aluminium either from over here or over here to over here. I don't really have a huge choice, because this thing requires mechanical parts, and you only get mechanical parts from the iron. I think let's take it from here. Okay, iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deeper. No, not that. Factory. Steel bar, and then a depot for the steel bar, and then another factory for the mechanical parts, and then another depot for the mechanical parts storage. And then from here we need to get a road all the bloody way over here. Like that. Oh, I actually put that one right through the sulfur field over there, which isn't ideal, so let's just divert around it. I don't want to unnecessarily destroy resources. Okay, and now we need to put a bunch of trucks, and we need to tell the trucks to take the mechanical parts from here to over here. That means we need to put a depot. This game is really a lot more complicated than what I initially thought. Like, I thought it was just gonna be your run-of-the-mill city builder, but I had no idea how incorrect I would have been. So we place a couple of trucks here. You go from there all the bloody way over here. and then you take mechanical parts. Yes, that is correct. So let's make it 10 should be fine, I think. 10 trucks at a time should be able to supply enough mechanical parts, I think. So you're gonna really have to do a lot of not only assembly line stuff, but also logistics like a bastard. And none of the logistics are automatic. Like if you think about the game like City Skylines, which I've played a shitload of, all of the logistics in that game is automatic. So if you create products, like whatever, farm products or meat products or fish or fruit or anything, the game takes care of everything. You know, it transports the stuff from where it needs to be to where it needs to go. Here, none of it is automatic. You need to do all of the transport yourself. So if this was City Skylines, the game would simply take the mechanical parts that is in your storage. Technically, you know, if something is in your depot, it's technically available to you. You know, at the top it shows all of your resources in City Skylines, but here all of the resources are localized. So this is literally a bunch of aluminium bars, but you can't use these aluminium bars over here. Even though technically you have the aluminium bars in your storage, it first needs to be transferred from here to there, you know. So it's not at all a global type of system like you get in City Skylines. But okay, we are now busy producing atmospheric extractors. What does an atmospheric extractor do? Extracts oxygen and carbon from the atmosphere. Continue to produce it at least if at least one output is not full. Continue to produce it if at least one output is not full. I don't quite understand that statement, but okay. So I'm not sure, do I need to put it here or what? I'm not really sure. Okay, so we do that, and then we need to put a depot over here. I'm just assuming oxygen, and then it also outputs carbon. So the carbon I think we can put over here. Carbon. You can see my concrete production is working good because my city no longer has a need for well, it has a need for concrete, but the concrete need has been completely fulfilled. And now I'm producing oxygen over here as well, which is good. The oxygen production is very easy. You literally just place one of these here and it will produce the oxygen required, so that's good. Now that city is basically taken care of. The population will grow steadily. Now I need to think about the other cities. So here I need to set up concrete production. Do I want to set up two? I think one is fine. One is actually enough. The other city was totally fine with one, so this place should also be fine with one. And then we take the resources from here to here and concrete, and then we can take 7 trucks should be enough, and then we offload it here. Okay, so that city will now grow, but then we also need carbon. So that's oxygen. And then we take the oxygen extractor. This one is carbon. That one is oxygen. And it's providing the oxygen to this place, or at least it will once it actually requires oxygen. So that's good. That city is now also taken care of. And then this third city we can also start doing something here. We can already start with the oxygen production, I think, because oxygen production is so easy. I'm just thinking. Like that. That's oxygen. And this one will be carbon. And then we will, this one will be cement, or concrete at least, not cement. And then we need to set up the cement production over here. There's really a shitload of stuff that you need to concentrate on and remember in this game. I have to say, it is, even though a game like City Skylines isn't really a like casual thing. It's a little bit casual, but at the end game, like if you've gotten a big city in City Skylines, then it's really not that casual. It really becomes a little bit difficult. You need to remember exactly all of the different moving parts of your city, because like at the beginning of City Skylines, it's easy. You just need whatever, fruit and fish and cloves. That's all you need at the beginning of City Skylines. But later down the line, like at the end game, you need like 40 different stuff, you know, 40 different types of goods and produce and commodities, all of that kind of stuff. So the game really becomes a lot more difficult later down the line. And honestly, this game is already relatively difficult, you know, relatively taxing. It's not difficult, but it's taxing on your mind, because you need to remember all of these different moving parts and all of that kind of stuff. So not that I'm complaining, it's just that I really was expecting a different type of city builder. When I saw that the game was a city builder, I was really expecting a different type of city builder. What does this do? Display a custom text in the main view. Use it to locate your various industrial areas. Oh, I'm not gonna need that, to be honest. Okay, so this place is happy with the supply and all of that kind of stuff. The oxygen, the concrete, even though I don't see any oxygen being stored here. So that probably means we're gonna need another oxygen generator. And I've got 2 oxygen generators. Hopefully that will be enough, maybe. So that probably means I'm gonna have to put 2 oxygen generators at each city, because if one oxygen generator isn't enough, it's probably not gonna be enough later down the line either. So this one can be oxygen. Okay, I've got 2 over there. And another one over there. So now I've got 3 cities steadily growing. I guess I can speed up the time a little bit. I just want to see if there's not anything that I can still do with like aluminium and stuff like that. This place is completely filled with mechanical parts, which is an indication that over here... Oh no, wait, I definitely need more then. Okay, well, let's increase the amount of trucks here then. That's an indication that there's not enough trucks. Is there anything else I can create? Nope, I've got pretty much a shitload of everything. I want for nothing right now. So we can just increase the time so that my population can climb. You can see 70, 71, 72, 73. Because I've now got 3 cities that are very happy. Now we just wait until we level up. I need even more oxygen, holy hell. Okay, MK2 drones have a hexagon of 2. Oh, depots. I don't like that sound. Polymer bar takes carbon. And reinforced concrete takes concrete and steel bars. High temperature parts or high tech parts take aluminium and polymer. And a depot MK2. Store containers, collect them from production buildings and distribute them to consumer buildings. Okay, depot MK2. So can't I just upgrade my current depots? No, I can't. That sucks. Aluminium bar and polymer bar. Okay. Carbon. Plastic waste. Where the hell do I get plastic waste? Now they're asking for reinforced concrete. They're no longer asking for regular concrete. Okay, let's see here. The factory can make polymer bars from carbon. Okay, so I do get carbon already. So I have obviously storages of carbon over here. Okay, so there we are already getting polymer bars. Now we want to create a depot MK2. Aluminium bar and polymer bar. But bloody hell, I don't have any polymer, or I don't have any aluminium close to here. Okay, let's connect these roads, because it's clear that we're gonna need to connect them eventually. So we might as well do that now. There's music, there's a riff in the, or a tune in the music that really reminds me of Game of Thrones. Like, you guys will probably hear it as well. It really reminds me of Game of Thrones. That riff right there, it sounds so much like the Game of Thrones riff. And there we go. Now all of my cities are connected and I have 11 roads remaining. But that's fine. That's one of the biggest hurdles finished. We can later like connect that to that and maybe make another road from here to there, something like that. I wonder if you like reload, is the planet auto-generated? Like, could you maybe get a seed, auto-generated seed, where the cities are closer to each other, you know, because like these two cities are relatively close to each other, so I got relatively lucky there, but these other bloody cities are very far away. So I wonder, like, can you maybe get one seed where one city is here and then bloody well on the other side of the planet is your other city, you know, like, could you get that unlucky maybe? Okay, so we have polymer here now, but now we need aluminium. I think we can actually stop with the concrete over here. Okay, so now we need to make reinforced concrete. How do we do that? Steel bar and concrete. Okay, I can actually do that relatively easily. Now I need to get steel bars from here. The issue is I don't really have any excess. All of these are pretty much done. Okay, let's just put a limit on all of these because it's getting a little bit insane. Now that I have a limit on them, the resources will start stacking up, hopefully, like steel and all of that kind of stuff. Also for this one we can stick at 26 or 27. Now the resources should start stacking up. Now I need steel from here to get over there. I'm just thinking I need to get a storage thing connected over here. Storage depot. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of finagling here. So this is gonna be steel bar. Where's the steel bars? All of these are doing mechanical parts. That one is doing steel bars, but then it's going immediately over there. Okay, let's screw it and just do a completely new setup here. It's not the end of the world. And then we take trucks, we take the steel bars from there, and we offload them here. Steel bar. And then this thing will create the reinforced concrete. I can also get some from over there, maybe. Why not? It's stupid that you can't unload from here as well. Like, I want to tell my trucks to unload there, but you're not allowed to create double unload points with different trucks. So that's really stupid. That's something the developer also needs to fix. You should be able to stack unloading points. Because I'm getting steel from here, I'm getting steel from here. It's the same resource. So you should be able to drop it off at the same location. And yet you can't. You're not allowed to drop it off at the same location. Okay, and then a reinforced concrete we need to take from here. to here. So how are we gonna get rid of this concrete here? Because I have no use of it. Like, once this thing is full, what are you supposed to do with the bloody resources? Let's just delete it, I guess. Okay, well, that works, I guess, but it's not very efficient. And then this is going to be a reinforced concrete. So then we are gonna tell our trucks to take the reinforced concrete from here. To here. Okay, that will supply this place nicely. Okay, so that's one city dealt with. Now I need to deal with this city as well and do the same thing over here as well. Look at this. This place is already asking for reinforced concrete. Oh, that's a pain in the balls. Okay, factory, and then we can create polymer bar from these. We can have at least one polymer bar storage here. And then reinforced. Okay, so now we need to set up steel, but unfortunately it's not as easy to do the steel. Oh, not the steel, the reinforced concrete production over here, because we have the concrete, but we don't have the steel reduction. So that means you're gonna need to get the steel from over here or over here, which obviously is a much further distance than just that distance that I was able to set up over here. So you either have to wait until this city is done with the reinforced concrete, because it will eventually be done with the reinforced concrete, and then you have to move the reinforced concrete from here to your other cities. Like, it's a little bit of a fucking schlep, I have to be honest. Let's speed up the time so that we can level up quickly. Okay, SF6 greenhouse gas generator. Build the greenhouse gas generator to release SF6 into the atmosphere. Mechanical parts and high-tech parts. Okay. High-tech parts. How do we create high-tech parts? Okay, aluminium bar and polymer bar. Okay, where's my aluminium production? Over there. Okay, then we need to get polymer bars over here, which is gonna have to come from over there. It's quite a distance. We could do it over here if we wanted to, but then we first need to set up polymer production. Okay, so we have polymer production over there, and then we need to have aluminium bars over here. Oh, can't I create these now? Yes, I can. Let's create those, because they will be better, because they have a bigger hex range. Okay, so how do we create those? I think... Is it in this building? Yes, depot MK2. But I need polymer. And aluminium. Why did the developer spell aluminium incorrectly? Aluminium. That's aluminium, not aluminium. No country on earth spells aluminium like that. That's simply a text issue, I think. Okay, so we need aluminium and polymer, I think. Yes, aluminium and polymer. So my only aluminium place is over there, and then the nearest polymer place. Okay, so we are gonna have to set up a new one over here. A depot. Aluminium ore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Smelting factory. Aluminium bar. Aluminium bar. Okay, so now we have aluminium and polymer within the same vicinity, basically. Now we need an assembly plant over here, which will create depot MK2, and then we need to get the polymer bars over here, and then we need a road, and then we need trucks from here to there. Polymer bar, let's make it 7. So holy hell, you really need to constantly think, like, it's really not easy. And this is coming from someone who literally 2 days ago played about 15 hours of Satisfactory, and Satisfactory is definitely not easy. In Satisfactory you really need a lot of like constant thought about your production line and your how much resources you have, how much resources you're going to need down the line, because one iron ore doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to create your product. You know, like a lot of the end game materials in Satisfactory require like 50 iron bars, 50 copper bars, and 10 aluminium bars, and all of that gets like down a production line, like almost like where's a good production line, like this one over here. Like you start with the ore, then you smelt the ore, then you store the ore, then you smelt that ore into another ore, then you store the ore, then you smelt that ore into another assembly thing, then you store that, then that assembly gets combined with another assembly into a new assembly. Like, it's crazy in Satisfactory, and obviously it's not on this scale, it's much bigger. Like, obviously in Satisfactory you're in first person or third person, I think. No, first person. and the buildings are like massive, you know, like whatever, 100 times the size of your character. So here it's actually easier to do the assembly lines, whereas in Satisfactory it's a lot more difficult. But here it's not like, it's still quite difficult to remember all of the different stuff that you need. And then you need to think, okay, holy hell, there's sulfur over here, but you're gonna need to now move the sulfur from here to over here because there's no sulfur close by, you know, so you have to work out the logistics as well. Like I said, it's not like in City Skylines where the transporting of the materials is done automatically. In this game, you need to do all of the transporting of the different materials yourself, which just adds another level of complexity because you need to remember your production, your logistic lines in addition to your production lines. And then like over here, it's a little bit of a stupid thing, but like you can only have one assembly point per logistic line. So now if I want to pick up the what's the steel bars, if I want to pick up the steel bars from here and move it somewhere else, but I already have steel bars there and there going to other locations, then you're a little bit screwed. Then you basically need to get a new steel production line up and running, because you can only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maximum. You can have 5 pickup points around a single depot, which just complicates things even more. So yeah, it's definitely not as easy as City Skylines, I would say. Like I said, City Skylines already is not very easy. Let's see what this thing... So this thing can take resources from multiple places. That's interesting. So instead of having the normal one like this one, you can only put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maximum 5 extractors around it. So now with this one, you should be able to get a lot more extractors. Let's test it quickly. What do I want to extract? Aluminium. I guess we can do aluminium. So if you put it like this, and you say aluminium ore, and then I'm not going to place it directly next to the stuff. I'm going to place it over here around the edge, not even connected to the depot. Oh, look at that. That's really bloody cool. So now you no longer have this limitation where you had to put the extractors directly next to the depot. Now you can like spread them out much more, and you can also have much more extractors contributing to a single depot. So that's really quite cool. Now I can like run a road through here if I want to, you know, so it also makes the logistics a lot easier. So you can run a road through here like that, and then you can put a pickup point over here, like literally right next to the depot. Whereas previously, if you had a setup like this, the only way how you were going to be able to get a road through here is if you deleted one of the extractors, which obviously means that you're not being super efficient. Like 5 of these extractors is the most efficient that you can be, so you had to delete one of the extractors if you wanted to get a pickup point next to this depot. But now you don't need to do that. Now you can still have 5 or more if you want to extractors, and you can have a road next to it. You can put production buildings here next to it and still have your 5 extractors. So this is a real game changer, the depot level 5. It's really pretty cool. I don't know how it will work. Let's quickly test something. So we have a depot over there. Holy shit. Okay, so you can even increase your storages as well. So that's really cool. So now you're really not limited by placing your depots along the highway anymore, because previously you had to place your depots along the highway. Like over here, I have 1, 2, 3 depots next to the highway because I'm forced to do that in order for them to come pick up the resources. Now you don't need to do that. Now you can literally double the amount of depots that you have next to a highway. So like this one, the steel bar, I can now like make a road if I wanted to, from here to there. Like if I want to be crazy and do this, and then I can place a depot over there, and then I can put steel bars in there. Then it will take the steel bars and put it over there, like literally across the highway, which, like I said, is something that you wouldn't have been able to do. So that's really cool. I really like the depot level 2. I wonder if you're maybe gonna get a better depot down the line, like a depot level 3 or something like that, with an even bigger range, because that would just even further minimize the logistical problems that you have faced up until this point. So that's really cool. Let me just see here. Mechanical part, high-tech part. Okay, so I haven't started production on high-tech parts yet. What was it again? I think it was the assembler. I think. Let's just quickly have a look. And then high-tech. Oh no, it's not the assembler. It is the factory. High-tech parts, aluminium, polymer. Yes, so it's these, and you can even see that the thing, it's not even like right next to it, and it provides it with bars. So that's really bloody cool. And now I can just place one of these here, an aluminium bar, and that will place the aluminium bars over there. That's really fantastic. It makes your life so much easier. Look at that. I didn't even need to be very precise, and now I've got a production line running over here. That's really cool. This depot MK2 is an absolute game changer. And then from here you need to get an assembly plant, which will make greenhouse gas generators. And then I need to get mechanical parts over here, which is gonna be a schlep. Because I don't really have steel close to here. I have steel over there, but I'm not in the mood to get steel, to take steel over there. I do have mechanical parts over here, so we can create an assembly line from here. Oh no, wait, we can't. You see, now this is schlep. Now we have to do that, and then we can get assembly parts from here. All the way over here. And then we need to put a depot over here for the mechanical parts. And now let me just see here. let's create 10 of them, 10 should be fine. And then once we have the greenhouse gas generators, we can start leveling up to our next level, because this next level doesn't it isn't connected to the population at all. Like right now I have 550 population, but it's going down for some reason. The next level of the town, I guess I can say that the town leveling up to level 6 is based on the greenhouse level. So you need to increase the greenhouse level in order to get to the next level. So let's see, do I need to place it close? Let's read quickly. The more abundant gas, less effective, blah blah blah. Okay, so I guess we can just place it anywhere. Let's have a look. You should be able to just place it anywhere, I think. Oh, sulfur and fluorite. Okay, so now you need sulfur and fluorite. I haven't found a single place that uses fluorite yet. But now we are gonna need sulfur and fluorite. There's a little bit of fluorite over here, yes. So now we need to get fluorite mined from here. And then transferred over there, and then the sulfur from there transferred over there. Then we can get the greenhouse gases going and all of that kind of stuff. So it's interesting. And from the screenshots that I've seen on Steam so far, you can actually make the planet green. So right now it's obviously like Mars almost, I would say. I'm not sure what planet this actually is modeled after, but I'm assuming it's Mars, even though Mars doesn't have magnetic poles, so this probably isn't directly Mars. I don't think Mars has ice, unless I'm sorely mistaken. I'm no astrologist or what the hell ever, so I might be wrong, but whichever way it sides, you can turn the entire planet green through the terraforming mechanic. Obviously it's literally in the name, you know, PlanBTerraform. So it's literally in the name. You're supposed to turn the planet green, and then obviously as you turn the planet green, you will be able to get water and probably start farming. Right now you can't farm. You can see there's a plant category over there which we haven't unlocked yet, so you will be able to unlock that eventually. So that's pretty cool. So you can literally turn the entire planet green. After a while, then the ice will melt as the temperature on the planet increases, because right now the temperature is minus 58, which is quite spicy. So yeah, you can definitely, there's apparently quite a bit you can still do in the game. I've only scratched the surface so far. So I actually like the game. There's a couple of issues. Obviously it's still early access. There's a couple of issues. I don't like the fact that you can't stack various logistic places. I don't like the fact that the tutorial is absolutely abysmal. Like the tutorial is particularly terrible. Like the tutorial just leaves you after like the first whatever 20 minutes of the game. The tutorial just gets sent to the shadow realm. I don't like the fact that when you change the stuff, like maybe I can show you here, yes. So I have 3 resources in there right now. I have 3 sulfur in there right now. When I change the resource, that 3 sulfur literally gets sent to the shadow realm. You literally lose that 3 resources. So if I do this, boom, I just lost 3 sulfur right there. And then when I switch back, the sulfur gets put back there from this storage. And considering that resources are finite, you don't have infinite resources. You can see there the resource count is literally going down. So resources are finite. So the fact that the resources are finite and you literally lose resources by doing something like that is really, really terrible. If you change your assembly lines a lot, then you're going to be losing a lot of resources. Now, the question would be, due to the fact that resources are finite, how will the gameplay look at the end of the game? You know, because sure, I have more than enough resources right now. I have more than enough aluminium and sulfur and iron and all of that kind of stuff, but I will eventually run out of all of the resources. You will eventually use up all of the resources. If you look at a place like this, there's like no resources left here. This and that. All of these have been used up. So how will you get copper and not copper, iron? How will you get iron and sulfur and all of these other resources later down the line? I really wonder about that. So yeah, but like for right now, I like the game. The game is €10. That is not a lot of money, and I think that the game is worth the money. I think you can definitely get at least, I would say, 10 hours of gameplay out of the game right now. Like I said, the goal of the game is to terraform the entire planet. Yeah, I've seen screenshots on Steam where the planet is green and there's water and stuff like that, so that's a pretty interesting premise to the game. I actually played another game which is first person called Planet Crafter, and I really like that game. Like, that game is first person, and also in that game the goal of the game is to you're on a barren planet like Mars, for instance, and you have to terraform the planet and also put oxygen and greenhouse gases and stuff like that into the atmosphere to create a green planet. And eventually there's water, eventually there's plants. At the beginning of the game there's not plants and animals and stuff like that, but eventually later down the line you do get plants and animals and stuff like that in the game, which is really cool. Perhaps in this game you will get the same. Perhaps eventually you will be able to do farming with cattle and sheep and chickens and all of that kind of stuff, which obviously now isn't a possibility because there's no atmosphere in the game. So all of that is really quite exciting. If that is a possibility, it would be pretty cool to see that later down the line, in the later stages of the game. But yeah, overall I like the game. It's not fantastic, and there are issues, but I definitely think that given another maybe 2 or 3 years of development, the game can definitely be an absolute banger, to be honest, because right now it's worth €10, I would definitely say, and so 2 or 3 years down the line I think it would be absolutely worth €10, you know, like absolutely. It would be really worth it. The game is developed by solo developers, so developing the game will definitely take time. Like I said, the developer has another game, even though I don't think the developer is developing the game anymore, called Dig or Die, but it's a very good game. I would absolutely recommend that you play Dig or Die if you have never played the game or never heard of the game. It's a really quite fantastic game. But like I said, unfortunately the developer isn't developing that game anymore. They're obviously now concentrating on this game, but I would absolutely recommend Dig or Die, and this game also is not too bad. I can definitely say at the very least right now it's worth worth €10 or $10. I would like to see the developer have a look at the regional pricing of the game, because the regional pricing in many countries like India and Brazil and South Africa and those types of places, many countries, the regional pricing is not good. But yeah, I can definitely say that the game is worth €10, and I definitely can recommend the game, and I definitely look forward to what the development process in the future will add to the game, you know. So yeah, definitely it's not a casual game. I would almost say a game like City Skylines is more casual than this game. But if you don't mind the entire assembly line thing and constantly having to use your brain, I know a lot of people like to play these types of games, city builder games, and just switch their brain off, you know, just watch your guys move around and all of that kind of stuff. This game is definitely not like that, you know. This game, definitely you need to be wide awake to play this game, if I can put it like that. So it's definitely not a casual friendly game, but yeah, if you're looking for a colony builder, city builder game with a little bit of challenge, then absolutely this is definitely a pretty damn good game if you're looking for that. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. I will definitely be playing the game more in the future once more content has been added, you know, like perhaps I will try the game again in a couple of years. Like I said, it's a solo developer, so content will be slowly added, but yeah, I can definitely recommend the game, and I definitely look forward to playing the game in the future, perhaps closer to the full release of the game. So yeah guys, that is it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.